Hi guys, I wanted to finish the next chapter in our secret zoo. The first part of the story was about a brother and a sister, and Noah and Megan are the two characters. Megan is the one that ended up hearing something really loud, and it scared her at her window, and she saw monkeys, and she tried to call her brother in, and he didn't believe her. And so after that story, things got a little different, and she ended up disappearing. So Noah was really worried and was wondering if the night that she saw the monkeys had something to do with her disappearance. And then he got some clues, which he didn't know whether to believe or not, from the zoo. And it came in from a bird. And then when the bird left, it left a message. So he went to the zoo where the message told him to go to, and he discovered a monkey, and the monkey had another message for him. So we're on chapter 4 right now, and the chapter is called A Mysterious Clue to a Mysterious Zoo. So I'm going to start reading this to you. It's a very short chapter, so I hope you guys enjoy. Noah sat on a bench in a quiet part of the zoo. He glanced over both shoulders to make sure nobody was around and pulled Mr. Talltail's paper out of his pocket. Neat cursive handwriting covered every inch. All the letters were joined by smooth arcs, and the dots on the I's were carefully placed. Though the ink was faded and smeared, he knew the penmanship. It was Megan's. There was no mistaking it. Noah glanced around again. Still no one nearby. A wind swept across the zoo. Noah took a breath, gathered his courage, and read the page. It started in the middle of a sentence. Keep seeing birds in the forest of flight exhibit that aren't supposed to be there. A bird chart near the entrance has a complete list of birds, but a few that I see aren't even on it. Then, every few days, some of those birds aren't around anymore. On top of that, an old lady who works there keeps following me around, asking me what I'm doing. She's creepy. The bottom of the page was missing. Noah flipped it over. The writing at the top was too smeared to read. The words he could decipher began in the middle of a sentence and the middle of a new thought. Can't write it down without feeling stupid, but I know what I saw. There's a wall with holes in it. I think the holes are supposed to give the birds a private place to build their nests. They're supposed to be like cracks and crannies in rocks and mountains and stuff. I got curious. I found a bench near the wall and sat there a while, pretending to read a pamphlet. After an hour or so, I saw something. There was a bunch. The page was torn. Noah flipped the paper over repeatedly, hoping to find something in the margins. He dropped against the back of the bench and stared into space. What was going on? What did all this mean? Why had Megan been making trips to the zoo without informing the family? And how had a langur got a hold of a page from her diary? Noah's first instinct was to tell somebody, an adult at the zoo, but Megan had been suspicious of the zoo worker, and hadn't he just had seen an encounter with a security guard? What did all this mean? The leaves fell around him like colorful snowflakes. He was stunned and confused. I don't get it, he murmured. I don't get it at all. But one thing Noah did understand was that he had to act, and he had to act quickly. In 2 hours, the zoo would close. That would be more than enough time to take a tour of the forest of flight and perhaps to examine the wall with the usual crannies and holes. That's the end of the chapter. I'm going to read again to you guys tomorrow. I wanted to see if we could get through and find out if he can find her. Right now, she's still lost. So at least he knows that something's happening. I want you to think about what he might be doing next. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.